The Chamber plays a vital role for the entire industry in educating and engaging with policymakers, both in DC and around the world, And I think for an industry like this that is so young, it's really important to have a strong voice, an inclusive voice that can advocate for the entire industry and can use education and engagement to try to influence policy. And so I'm proud to have some small role in supporting the Chamber in that mission. So look, with any technological change, especially one that is as transformative as this one, it's inevitable that you're going to have anxiety and a lack of information on the part of policymakers. And so the only way to combat that and to help shape policy so that it's pro-innovation and pro-growth is to use education and engagement. So there is really nothing more important in this space in particular than education and engagement to make sure that the people who are making policy do so with the best information possible and with the fullest understanding possible of the technology and its benefits. So the Blockchain Alliance is modeled loosely after an effort in the mid-1990s when the FBI and other law enforcement agencies found that the child pornographers and child predators and drug dealers and other criminals that they were chasing were now using the internet. And the FBI didn't know how to use the internet. And so they turned to industry and asked industry for help so they could catch up with the criminals who were ahead of them in using this new technology. And our fundamental message to law enforcement, and I think and to lawmakers in particular, is that criminals are the earliest adopters of every new technology. In fact, any technology that's any good has been used first by criminals before the rest of us figured out that it was good. Well, I think what they don't know is that fundamentally Bitcoin and other cryptocurrencies are a greater asset for cops than they are for criminals. And that's really the fundamental message. It's not news that criminals use Bitcoin any more than it's news that criminals use the internet or cell phones or any of these other forms of technology that I described before. The key takeaway here is that this is a technology that criminals should be running away from, because if they are foolish enough to use it, they're putting themselves in a situation where law enforcement will catch them. And this industry is working very, very hard to make sure that law enforcement has the tools and the expertise to be able to do that successfully.